morning.
You guys can test your equipment on me. Everything's working. We get a good shot. Yeah.
Phil, would you like to see any changes to C-5 or amendments? You're going to be on transport talking about it today, so why don't we?
Yeah, we'll be talking about it today. We, as our leader said, would like to see, would love to have seen a bill that was actually more than breadcrumbs. We believe directionally it's the right idea, that we need to build projects and we need to have interprovincial trade reduction. But we certainly would have wanted to see a lot more. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. On C-5, you had a lot to say about that bill in the House.
Yeah.
What changes would you like to see? Or what are your concerns or worries?
Oh, to be honest, like after doing this for 20 years, we didn't really need Bill C-5. It's my opinion that all the existing legislation, policies, and regulations are already there. And I don't think this government actually realized that. And so whether you're talking about provincial jurisdiction or rights of title, Aboriginal rights of title, I think this government should have sat down and looked at what was already on the books.
And do you think that this weakens or disrespects Indigenous rights? Do you think that this compromises accommodation of the government's consent?
Well, the bill is so vague. I mean, we're talking about the second part of the bill, right? We're not really talking about the first part of the bill.
Yes.
So it's so vague, and you can interpret it in so many different ways. There's no definition. And so the First Nations have a valid complaint. Even the provinces, in that matter, have a valid complaint that the federal government is basically using some sort of emergency powers to overstep the jurisdiction of the provinces. And this is all very detailed in the legislation already in terms of provincial environmental assessments versus federal environmental assessments.
Issues with the timeline the government's trying to pass this bill in?
Well, the government's saying that they were given this mandate by the Canadian people to do something in terms of what was happening with the tariffs coming from the United States. Quite interesting, they didn't mention any tariffs coming from China on agricultural products, for example. So it sounds to me like this is the only option that they could come up with, but I think the real concern is the secrecy in terms of the details. There's no details. But the government has already contradicted its own objectives by saying they would not override provincial jurisdiction and they would not approve anything without First Nation consent. So the bill is basically useless now.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thanks.